Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your Love Tarot reading for November 2022. This is a general love reading for all of those born under the sign of Aquarius, so feel free to take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. We're going to start off with these tarot cards, clarify with tarot, and close off with some oracle cards. So the influencing energy of this reading, you have the Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So opportunities for new emotions, new connections, new romance, new love. In this first column, we look at what to embrace for a more fulfilling love life. You have Sedna, cleansing. You also have the Seven of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. In this second column, we find out what will intensify your passion. You have Phoenix, transmutation. You also have the Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, and the Star, which is your major arcana card. In this third column, we take a peek at how love will surprise you. We have this card of memories. You have here the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So Aquarius, I'm seeing here that there are pentacles, wands, cups, but no swords in this initial layout here. So in this first column, for a more fulfilling love life, this concept of cleansing, kind of getting rid of the muck, the clutter, the things that are not for your best and highest good. And once you clear that out, it makes it so that you can see things in a more clear way, with focus. There might be a need to really immerse yourself in water, whether that's figuratively or literally taking a bubble bath. But you have the Seven of Cups here, and this is a card of choices, could be illusions, and really that might be the clutter that you need to clean. You've got the King of Cups and you've got the King of Pentacles. So Aquarius, for some of you, it may be that you are dating two different people. You have your sights set on two different people, not really sure which one to go after. Let's take a look at the Seven of Cups up here. So you have the Ten of Wands. So Aquarius, it could be that this decision or these options that you have are really kind of weighing you down. With the Ten of Wands, that's kind of a sense of a lot of burden, a lot of responsibility, and you may need to ask for help or try to lighten the load somehow. If you are possibly, considering two or maybe more options in terms of dating, there is almost a need for you to, well, you can do whatever you want because it's your life, but these cards seem to indicate that if you follow your heart and just go after what your heart wants, then you can kind of get rid of all the illusions and fantasies and possibly focus your energy on that one true thing your heart wants so that it's not so much of a burden. You know, just in terms of thinking about someone, the emotional weight of dating one person versus two people, even the resources when it comes to, you know, time and attention. It can weigh down. So let's take a look at this King of Cups here. It seems like you have the option of following the romance or following the material stability. So either way, it seems that they are, you know, decent options. With the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. So seems like a very water-based love connection. And with the King of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups, which is the influencing energy of the reading. So I can see why there is a dilemma there. With the Queen of Cups, queens are associated with the element of water, and so are cups. And so you have double water, double emotion, double possibly double sensation, illusions, just overwhelming sense of a connection or overwhelming sense of wanting to connect with this person. And with the Ace of Cups, it's something new. It's almost as if you have the ability to, with this Ace of Cups, fill up your own cup, fill up everyone else's cup. It's like the never-ending cup. So seems that you've got some choices to make. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a favor for you. No, it's more for me because I'm really interested to see like what is driving this relationship versus this relationship or the potential of that relationship. So here we have the Fool. So that is kind of just open heart, open mind, just letting whatever happens without any preconceived notions. And it's like almost just falling in love. And with this one, you've got the King of Cups. Wow. So it's almost as if this new love or this Ace of Cups, never-ending love, it's either reminding you of this King of Cups or almost just as good. So you've got your choices, and yeah, let's see if anything else in this reading can help you with that situation. So here, to intensify your passion, you have this Phoenix transmutation. So the Phoenix is, you know, this creature that when it dies, it bursts into flames, maybe flames of passion, and a new Phoenix rises up from the ashes. So here you have the Emperor, and this is a card of power, authority. It's also about strategy and boundaries. Also, card of fatherhood. You have the 10 of Pentacles, and that is material wealth, sharing it with the people you care about. It's also not just the material aspect, there's happiness involved in it, in sharing this wealth with the people you care about. And then you have your card here of the Star. It's a sense of hope and clarity and healing. With this transmutation, it's kind of saying allow things that kind of like this cleansing, things that are no longer serving your best and highest good, just to allow those to kind of burn away, fall into ashes. And it may be that to make a decision is really ending something with one of these potential relationships or relationships. And there's a sense of even heaviness and responsibility in making that decision and ending something. But it'll be, it'll be a new beginning for whichever person or situation your heart chooses. Let's take a look at this Emperor. Let's see what that is here. You have Temperance. So that's another fire sign. That is for Sagittarius. The Emperor is for Aries. So both of them have a sense of stability. With Temperance, there is more of being middle of the road and having patience. That's very similar to the Emperor, though, but there's more flow with the Temperance card and more like being rigid with the Emperor. There's more planning and strategic planning and action with the Emperor. With the Temperance card, it's more of getting a sense of moderation, not being at either end of the extremes, and really allowing each moment presented to you to be an opportunity to create a new path for you. So the Emperor is more about tradition and not necessarily stagnancy, but rigid kind of firmness. And Temperance is more about really flowing, and like can be a back and forth, but that back and forth is to figure out the right balance. So let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles here. You have the 10 of Swords. So this is kind of more the card I would expect to see with this transmutation of an ending and allowing for a new beginning, because there is a new dawn approaching. So here are these tens, and you have the 10 of wands over here. So it is kind of a cycle coming to completion. And it kind of indicates that making a choice between either of these paths over here, following your heart, will allow for this new kind of potential for the life that you want. So an end of kind of this thought process that you might be trying to figure things out. Maybe you don't want it to end, but the end of that, and with the 10 of Pentacles, there's an end for the Suit of Pentacles as well, but it's more that you can really enjoy your relationship with others around you. Maybe this is more of like a secret or something you don't necessarily want to put on blast. I'm also noticing that you have your first Swords card that's come out so far. So there may be kind of, for some of you, ideas about family, ideas about being like the masculine energy control leader of a family group. So let's take a look at this star card here for you, Aquarius. You have the Knight of Cups. You are, possibly just a lover or in a stage of being a lover. You've got also over here the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So it kind of seems like more juggling going on. And here, this is about how love will surprise you. You've got memories. So perhaps thinking about your past, your relationships of the past, possibly what led to your current situation. So let's take a look at this Two of Pentacles up here. You have the Three of Cups. If you are someone who is in open relationships, polyamorous, that's your choice. It doesn't seem like there's not really negativity going on in these cards. Perhaps these 10 of Swords, this is kind of a card of hitting rock bottom, betrayal. Things can't get worse, but it's almost as if this might be for the other person as opposed to you, because all these other cards kind of indicate that you've got a lot of choices. And again, with this Ace of Cups being the influencing energy, you've got possibly a lot of love that you want to explore. That's your prerogative. So let's take a look at the Knight of Wands. You have the Hierophant. That is another card of tradition going along with what is kind of accepted by the masses. And let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands, sorry, I'm going to take a step back. The Knight of Wands is really focusing on that passion wherever their sense of adventure takes them. They want to go after that. With the Hierophant, that is more of something that is traditional. It's about recognizing there's something greater than yourself out there in the universe to connect with, and wanting to connect with that. For some of you, it might be that thrill, that adrenaline rush is or feels like it is something greater than yourself that you're trying to connect to. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is one of the slowest moving knights, if not the slowest. The other slowest moving knight is this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is more responsible, looking at their future, planting the seeds for their future, intentional about their next step, and really concerned about their reputation. They want to eventually be this King of Pentacles. So here you have the Emperor again. So to some degree, for some of you, it may be that going for the person that is more financially stable or has the traditional type of kind of lifestyle or job, it may be reminding you more of like a father figure, like a parent figure. And maybe there's that figuring that out, maybe looking at your memories from your past, maybe see how that played into your ideas of family and the future that you wanted for yourself. And possibly, maybe there were traditional aspects of morals or religious values that you grew up with that you were kind of trying to not necessarily rebel against, but using that as a measuring stick for you fully and truly exploring your passion of life and love. So I'm going to close off this reading with some oracle cards about how to uncover more love surprises this month. You have community. And one more. Oh, well, no, these two want to come out. You have creativity, cozy. Okay, so here, this cozy is more like this Knight of Pentacles. The feelings of home, everyday life, and this creativity, this passion is more like the Knight of Wands and kind of going outside certain rules, coloring outside the lines. And with this community, it may be that it's making me think of a more open group of people who explore relationships outside the traditional views of it. And one more thing I'll point out, this is one of the longer readings, but Aquarius, you deserve it. So the Ten of Pentacles kind of indicates everyday scenes. One might think that this is kind of like the boring day-to-day of life. And maybe that's what the Ten of Swords is trying to put an end to, is not wanting to just be the normal, boring, everyday life. However, if you look at the traditional Ten of Pentacles, you've got I believe it's the tree of life here. And there are different, in the traditional Ten of Pentacles, there are different symbols within the card that indicate not just normal everyday life, but the treasures that you find in doing your everyday life with the people that you love and the people you care about. And whatever that is for you, that might be your sense of community. So, Aquarius, I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of love for you in November. To uncover more about the month, check out readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. We'll see you next time. Take care.